Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. This is the preview to Real Madrid against AC Milan, the first preview for the season. It is going to be very interesting because there's so much to discover. There's so much that we are not going to know about yet, so there's a lot that we're gonna have to learn throughout this pre-season. It's gonna be a lot different this year because of the changes that have happened, right? So now, last season there was this belief, and it did happen, that Real Madrid were going to play a way different system, and we did, right? It wasn't your usual 4-3-3. It wasn't your typical one striker, two wingers, three in the middle, four at the back, that kind of stuff. It was a four-man midfield with an attacking midfielder being the false nine, and the two wingers moving in to the middle of the pitch to help out, to play a more narrow system. This year, with the signings of Mbappe and ENDRICK, you are going to be able to go back to your 4-3-3, which is why I personally believe that pre-season will be crucial to see how this team sticks together, to see how this team plays together, because these are players that have played different systems. These are players, right, that played in a very different system last season. So you need these players to know that, look, we are going to go back to our normal system, and we are going to start here. We're going to start here against AC Milan. We are going to test out different systems. And I think to start off with, you go back to your 4-3-3. I really do. I think that the four-man midfield formation last year was really a excuse. It was really a temporary fix. It was like, you know what? Before we get those players that we're going to get, let's just try to make do with what we have. Which is why last season, it was meant to be a season where we're not going to win anything, or the expectation wasn't there. And we ended up winning the Champions League, winning La Liga, and obviously it was a very overachieving season. Now, we are going to go into a season where you have Mbappe, and the expectation will be there. You have ENDRICK, but the pressure on a player like ENDRICK, who's going to be 18, he's 18, who's going to be a player who's going to lead the line for some games, definitely. He's going to be the main man for games. He's going to play. He's going to start. It is important to be able to handle that pressure. But before we get into all that, for this upcoming season, pre-season against AC Milan, there really isn't a lot to work on. There really isn't a lot to do with, to discuss on how this team will play, on how this team will gel together, or anything so far, because we haven't seen Real Madrid play yet since last season against Dortmund, and I don't think Milan have played. At least I haven't been watching AC Milan, so it's really hard to judge AC Milan and how they've played, if they have played. So in hindsight, I do think that might be a bit of learning experience for both teams, but based on the squad list that we have, that Real Madrid have brought to the USA, obviously the first game will be in Chicago, if I'm not wrong. I don't know what the stadium is called. It is pretty much, your big names that are going to start. So, look, my starting 11 is this. I've got Thibaut Courtois in goal. It's a 50-50. I don't think Fran Gonzalez will start. So you've got Courtois, Lunin, but I think what's going to happen is Courtois will start against Milan, Lunin will start against Barcelona, and Courtois will start against Chelsea. So I think Courtois will play 2 out of the 3 games, because he will have to get back to full fitness, get back to full game time, and get ready for a big season. And obviously, it's not long till you've got the Super Cup against Atalanta. It's in a few weeks' time. So Courtois will be the main man for that. Defense, with what we have, it's gonna be Fran Garcia. Mendy is still not back. Rudiger is back, so Rudiger I think plays. And you need to remember, these are not players who are gonna play the full 90. You're gonna have subs, definitely. You're gonna see players come off. I think Jesus Vallejo has to start this game because Militao has not yet trained much with the team. He will join up with the team in pre-season, but he hasn't had much time to train. As of recording, I don't think he's joined up anyway, so it's pretty much not possible for him to start. And I think Lucas Vazquez goes right back. Obviously, didn't travel with Spain. Carvajal did. He is still on his holiday. So that's that for the centre backs. Centre back is defense. Centre back is a very big position this year. Nacho gone. No replacement for Nacho. What's gonna happen there? Lenny Yoro going to Manchester United. Lots to discover there as well. Midfield. Now look, I think that one of the young players will start, and I personally think Nico Paz has more experience with the first team than Mario Martin, so I would start Nico Paz. And because this year you're not gonna have an attacking midfielder, I think all three midfielders can help each other out, really. So I think Luka Modric and I think Dani Ceballos, they aren't the most defensive midfielders, but I don't think Nico Paz needs that. I think that you've got a balanced midfield there. You've got youth, you've got a bit of experience, and you've got experience with Modric, and Ceballos is a bit. But they are all obviously players who can help each other out. And that is obviously the most important thing in training, in pre-season, learning about helping each other out as well. So that's that. I think Mario Martin will get a chance, maybe Jeremy De Leon as well, and maybe Palacios maybe might get some game time. We'll certainly see Jeremy De Leon, a player that I think is a very hype player. But let's see. Front line. I think with what you have to go with this. And it's exciting. Brahim Diaz, underrated, had a very good season last season in my opinion. Arda Güler, this will be a season where you can probably judge him because last season he had unfair criticism, and look, he was injured last season, so you can't really judge that. And Endrick, I think Endrick starts. I think if you don't start him, you've got Alvaro Rodriguez and Latasa as the only other two options. So I do think that you go with Endrick. He's here, he's training, he's part of the team. 45 minutes, it's not going to be a lot, but 45 minutes, you can see Endrick play. And eventually, I think Alvaro Rodriguez, I think Latasa, I think maybe Jeremy De Leon, I think Mario Martin. I think these are players that are going to come on. They're going to come on, they're going to get game time. There's going to be subs. So don't worry, pre-season isn't about playing the full 90. In fact, it's about managing your fitness. So yeah, you're going to see players that are not going to start maybe. They're going to come on, definitely. So there's that as well. But I'm very looking forward to this because it is obviously the start of a new season. And Mbappe, Endrick, these are going to be players that are going to be playing for Real Madrid. So can't wait for that. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's preview. Hit the subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.